110 here. If you see any smoke, it's from the coils you have for mosquitoes. We're having a problem with yellow jackets, so I'm hoping it'll have the same effect. Hubby got stung on the weekend. He's doing good. So I'm going to be reading a story that I finished on the weekend. I thought I was going to finish earlier, but I didn't. So here we go. And it is hot up here again. We met under the full moon among friends. The reflection of the bonfire flames enhanced his features. His pale blue eyes glanced directly into mine. In his strong hands, he held an open bottle of beer. The muscles in his arms peeked out from under the sleeve of his black t-shirt. "That's him," my best friend pointed in his direction. "I told you he was good looking," she smiled. Yes, indeed he was. His hair jet black at shoulder length. I imagined running my fingers through it. There was an air of mystery surrounding him. I felt myself pulled toward him, but I stayed put. He would have to come to me. I skirted around his location, never getting close enough. Flirtatious smiles exchanged, our energies grew. The spark would soon emerge. I took careful note of every movement, the sexy way his belted jeans hugged his hips, his sculpted chest obvious under his shirt, his masculine voice with a soft lisp. This endeared him all the more to me. Just a circle of friends enjoying the moon, enjoying the company. My heart sank as the blonde approached him. Her hands would not stay off him. I turned in defeat, pushing my dreams away. I found a private corner to sit and gaze at the sky. The sweet taste of wine now had turned to vinegar. I poured the liquid onto the grass, then placed the glass at my side. My eyes closed and I leaned back against a cushion. My legs outstretched, I could have gone to sleep. The warmth of the bonfire began to wane. I felt shivers and a wave over my body. I sensed a presence at my side in the soft material of a blanket. It was being placed gently over me as I sat and smiled. Giving thanks to my best friend, I turned my head, opening my eyes. It was his face. Beautiful, clear skin and a smile for days. Those amazing pale blue eyes burned directly into my soul. His jet black hair moved rhythmically in the cool autumn breeze. "I'm Rick." He offered that strong hand that took mine gently. "Dusty, pleased to meet you," I responded. "Pleasure is all mine." His dimpling smile stole my heart. I realized he felt it. His arm gingerly rested across my back, with his hand engulfing my tiny shoulder. I spied the hateful stare of the blonde. Pay no mind to her. She's only pushing for something that will never happen. She's been after every man in the circle. I have no interest. Brigg made his position on the blonde crystal clear. My heart surfaced full of hope. He knew it. I rested my head on the front of his shoulder, with my delicate hand on his chest. I was comfortable and safe. My trust would never waver. First rays of the sun warmed our faces. Morning dew, a blanket so special. His arm lifted in a stretch, and softly came to rest where it had the entire evening. The beat of his heart assured me he was interested. He acquired mine with the first glance. Look at the mist on the water. His voice vibrated against my cheek, the sound in his chest wonderful. I admit I was being a romantic. The scene was beautifully spooky. We were on the identical wavelength. He got to his feet, holding out his hand to mine. The blanket slid off when he pulled me up. Our bodies met full on. I turned my head upward. Our eyes searched for consent. His soft lips caressed mine for a moment. I craved more from this man. Do you believe in spirits? Rig inquired. Of course. I mean, all considering. I referred to the story shared that evening. Yes, I do. Why do you ask? I was interested. I'm a paranormal investigator. Would you be interested in investigating with me? We sat on chairs around the fire pit with coffee in hand. Sure, that should be an experience. It was time to leave. Rig asked as to my way home. Sheila offered her apology. She wasn't going directly home. Unsaid words between them. I'll make sure Dusty gets back, if that's okay. I'm agreeable to that, I responded. Bags and trunk, we said goodbye and began on our way. A portion of the drive was quiet. It wasn't awkward, though. When is your next investigation? I wanted to know. In a couple of evenings, you game? He asked. Sure am. We went quiet again. My low-rise building came into view. I honestly didn't want to leave his car. I sensed he wished the drive would have been longer. Here's my number. He entered it into my phone. I called so he would have mine. I will, he said, with conviction. This man wasn't playing. I exited his car with a smile. He honked the horn when he pulled away. In sleep that night, I felt his arms around me. The excitement I felt the evening before was with me again. I woke wrapped warmly in my bed. I rolled over to an empty pillow. I closed my eyes to picture Rig there, his pale blue eyes, content by my side. I didn't believe I needed to go, though I sent this vision to the universe. Friday, 4 days later, he called. Dusty, you ready to investigate? He asked. When you are, I replied. Tonight, I'll pick you up at 4. Bring an overnight bag. We'll either camp or motel it. The location is 2 hours away, he explained. I'll get it together. I didn't care where we were going. I was in my lobby before 4, waiting. Rig drove up dressed in black. The color suited him. He was so desirable. That smile continued to greet me. I threw my bag in the back seat. Only us, I inquired. Yes, his lisp pronounced. Does that bother you? No, never, I giggled, bowing my head. I felt my cheeks blush bright red. The drive again was quiet. We're a half hour out. It's an old farmhouse. The owner moved out last year. She claims it's haunted. We're there to confirm or deny. The house is in good condition, but I was warned regarding the upper floor. She assured me nothing was dangerous. The 1910 structure loomed ahead of us. The creepy vibe in full force. It was every horror story ever written. The exterior paint had been peeling for a while. There were bald patches. This added to the charm, I must admit. Electric still work? I asked. Yes, but we'll use it sparingly. We'll rely on flashlights I brought, he explained. Greg drove directly to the front porch. Two well-used rocking chairs stood facing each other. I had visions of the Wild West, the old farmer and his missus, warm summer nights conversing about the day, the sun setting, 2 plates with a slice of cherry pie on a small table between them, hot cups of coffee. A cute dream. Earth to dusty, Rig joked. It was clear my thoughts had run from the present purpose. I'm here. There's no way you couldn't imagine the past. I mean, it's right here. He was amused. Every building I enter, I wonder about the past. After all, in truth, that's what I investigate. Come on, I have the key. We proceeded up the creaky wooden steps. They were very well worn. Will she come back after our investigation? I inquired. Highly doubtful. She'll sell it if it's not haunted. Why not stay? A fair question. Not taking any chances. Rig turned the key. The hinges groaned. Typical farmhouse smell. The air thick with it. I remember that smell from my uncle's farm. He hung his work clothes on a hook by the door. A fond memory I had nearly forgotten. A large stone fireplace was the focus of the living room. The aroma of expensive cigars still in the stale air. My uncle smoked cigars. My aunt despised it. All he did was laugh. Smells do trigger memories. You don't actually smell the fireplace at all, Rig commented. I agreed. Have you investigated a place more than once? I realized he likely had. A few places. It's interesting going back. You never know what can happen. Polite conversation over with, we got down to the investigation. I'm told 4 family members passed away in the house. 2 more had heart attacks in the cow barn. These deaths happened a couple of generations ago. We'll start by introducing ourselves. I was surprised no equipment had come out of the cases. Hello, my name is Rig, and this is my friend Dusty. Hello. I felt silly. We're here to find your story. Why you insist on staying? Are you open to the farmhouse being sold with the land? His tone, even and respectful. A loud crash came from the kitchen. What was that? I whipped around to the sudden disturbance. I don't know. Rig was on his way to find out. A large decorative bowl had fallen from above a cupboard. Pieces in every size littered the hardwood floor. What are you looking for? He asked me. A broom and a dustpan. I found one in the corner of the pantry. Mice. That's what I thought. Or a rat. Since this is a farm. On to the second floor. 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. This is eerie. She's left all the linens. Why wouldn't she take them? I glanced in his direction. There never seems to be a reason you'll understand. I watched him explore the room. He picked up books and opened a closet door. He repeated the process in the next room. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Rig opened a medicine cabinet and undersink storage in the bathroom. Old makeup lay in a foundation-stained drawer. Soap smells good. He extended his arm for me to take a whiff. It was a pleasant floral hint, not overpowering. Look, I pointed to the ceiling, just outside the bathroom. The dreaded attic, he laughed. I suppose it was important to keep your humor as an investigator. You're going up? I asked. Yep. So far, I don't see a problem with any of the floors or ceilings. He pulled on the rope, releasing the stairs from their hiding place. I trained my flashlight on the stairs for him. Only took seconds for Rig to disappear from my sight. Do you see anything? I shouted up. Christmas decorations as usual, he replied. Why always Christmas? I muttered to myself. Minutes later, he descended the unstable, mobile staircase. All clear, no animals or their drop-ins. He folded the stairs back up into their place. So wasn't a mouse or a rat after all. We still have the basement. That should be dirt floor. Most from this period are. She didn't use the basement much. Once the door was open, the stench of damp invaded our nostrils. It was horrible. You sure you want to go down there? I inquired, making a face. All part of the job, he replied. I shrugged my shoulders and followed. The stairs were bouncy from years of use and damp. Fuzzy mold covered the bottom half of the stone foundation. We shouldn't be down here without masks, I pointed out. Sorry. Rig reached into his back pocket, pulling out 2 regular masks. Actually, they did little to assist with the smell. I still felt the scratch begin at the back of my throat. Let's get out of here. It's a basement, nothing special. I went first, quickly as I could, very aware he followed close behind. In the living room, Rig had brought out a small black box. To any spirits here, you can come to this box in my hand and speak. It won't harm you. This box has many words your energy can choose from. Flip of the switch, the screen came alive. We waited in the dark room. The evening was well on its way. Nothing. He was disappointed. Maybe you should stay the night, I suggested. We could do that. Each take a room. He continued to my suggestion. Okay. Oh wait, I meant for you to stay, not me. I shook my head back and away. This is no place for a coward. I'm better off at home, safe and sound, no ghosties. Or at a motel. This one sentence may have ruined my future with Rig. Stupid move, I told myself. You say something? He asked. No, nothing at all. I felt that pull once again. Which room do you want? I asked, in my embarrassed tone. The larger, a simple reply. Rig retrieved our bags from the car. I spread out my sleeping bag on the bed. Rig set up his 3 static cameras, one in the kitchen, one in the living room, and the last one in the attic. I laid in my sleeping bag, staring out into the darkness of the room. I dreamed of him there shirtless inside the sleeping bag, his pale blue eyes shut, his chest rising and falling in a steady rhythm, the jet black hair covering the pillowcase. I carefully unzipped the bag to gently slide inside, the warmth of our bodies pleasing. I was rudely awakened by my body shaking. I bolted up in bed. Shh! Rig sat on the side of the mattress, bare-chested. Something's going on something's going off downstairs. I've been listening for the past half hour. Why had he waited so long to tell me? The camera should record it, shouldn't they? Yes, he replied. Then what's the problem? I was confused. It may not be paranormal. Those few words struck fear in me. What if it was a person? Neither of us would burst in self-defense. We heard it. The creak of the first step. Someone was on their way upstairs. Rig inched his way to the staircase. Not one soul in sight. Let's check the cameras, he said. The final couple of living room frames showed a pair of pasty white legs climbing to the second step. The black box was in his hand. Who was climbing the stairs? You scared the hell out of us. Sorry, came through in a female voice. Who is this? Can you tell us your name? I'm Rig. This is Dusty. All we got was silence. Doesn't seem like she wants to talk, I said. Rig asked numerous questions and received no response. Guess we better hit the hay, I suggested. Yeah, he said. We climbed the stairs disappointed. When I opened the door to my room, I gasped. All the bedding was off the bed. Rig came up behind me. What the hell? Is this why we were lured downstairs? Check your room. He crossed the hall, opened his door. All was in order. Guess she doesn't like women. Could be, I said. I put the bed back together, then climbed in. Hours later, the sun came in through the window. Other than one disturbance, the evening was quiet. I think I'll leave it at 22 minutes. I'll get to the rest of it tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed it thus far. Let me know in the comments below. And until the next time, ciao for now.